What's going on, Philadelphia Eagles fans? It's your boy Philly Day One. And Smitty talk about what the 1,000 yards mean to him for the season. Jalen Hunt. Somebody predicted him as being one of our best edge rushers. And they probably should toot their own horn. Did something not just no Eagle is doing, but nobody this season has done. Yeah, Myles Garrett has the sack record right now with 23. But Jalen Hunt is doing something nobody has done this season. So we're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about Jeremiah Trotter balling out. He's been, this last game, he was the most solid linebacker with Jihaad Campbell being on the field. And Jihaad Campbell talk about just how solid Jeremiah Trotter is as a linebacker this season and what he means to the room, the linebacker room. We're going to get into that video. We're also going to get into the video of Drew Kendall. Drew Kendall, to me, man, could be our Cam Jurgens. I don't even want to say that. That's disrespectful to Drew Kendall. He played a really good game, He maybe didn't hold on to one block, maybe one that I seen. But outside of that one block, he was solid. And we might need to look at that. Not we, Nick Sirianni might need to look into that. Hugh Douglas. Hugh Douglas was a defensive end for the Philadelphia Eagles. Really good defensive end for the Philadelphia Eagles, who's jumping into coaching. And guess who he contacted? We're going to talk about it. We got KP play calling. A lot of people, not just a lot of people, me as well, thought that Kevin Patula's play calling hasn't really evolved this year. He's put some stuff in there. He's looked good at times, but pretty much the same thing. You get one half of the football game. And if you can't do nothing in that half of the football game, it's pretty much 3 and outs all game long. So we're going to talk about that. Our very last topic. Everybody's jumping on Nick Sirianni about this playing the starters thing. And I'm going to explain why it's all right. It's straight. We good. So let's get into it. All right, Smitty was asked about why was the 1,000-yard season for him this season important to him, and this is what he said.
I wouldn't just necessarily say just important, but just had to talk with Coach Nick, and he allowed me the opportunity to go out there and do it, and I'm grateful that he allowed me to do it.
What was that conversation?
It was just simple. He just asked me if I wanted to play. I was like, yeah.
We appreciate that from the head coach as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Great. Definitely appreciate it, the relationship we have. Sometimes it feels like as him being the coach, he be wanting more than us sometimes. So it's great when you have a coach like that that's, backing you up to complete those milestones.
Obviously, there's a risk of playing in this game with the playoffs coming up. What factored that into your decision with that?
If God wanted it to happen, it's going to happen regardless.
Nick Sirianni does look like that. I remember we had him mic'd up, and Saquon Barkley was actually going to drop probably 300-something yards on the New York Giants, and he seemed like he wanted Saquon to say, "Yeah, let me get that shit," but he didn't. He didn't. To our surprise, we know that clip for Saquon Barkley wanting the young boys to eat. That's what he said, quote unquote. But it makes sense for what Smitty is talking about here. Let's get over to Jalen Hunt. Jalen Hunt has more than 3 interceptions. He leads us in sacks. And he has the most fumble recoveries of anybody on this defense. And this defense is good. That man balling. He just seemed to be around the football. 3 interceptions for a DN in a season is absolutely bonkers. And Jalix Hunt is just lighting up the field, man. He's doing whatever it takes to get a turnover, to get a sack. Man, sitting there with 6 of them. We thought Morrow Jomo was going to lead us with sacks. Jalix Hunt said, hold my beer. And I called that, man. I'm a toot my own horn because I'm going to start doing it. I be calling this stuff. And if ain't nobody going to give me credit, I will. So, Jalix Hunt, man, going into the season is going to be a problem. All right, Drew Kendall. I told a lot of y'all that Drew Kendall was probably going to play really, really good. The only reason I'm even watching this game is to see how well Drew Kendall played. Just like I thought. Boy, was nice, man. Was nice, man. If you let me, if I was head coach of this team, I'm switching him out. Cam Jurgens don't even play him. If you whiffing blocks in your Cam Jurgens in his 7th year, if you in your 7th year whiffing blocks from a head fake, give you a head fake and you whiff a whole block in your 7th year, sit next to me. Come on, sit next to me right here. And we're going to watch you better not watch a receiver or running back, nobody. You don't get to watch nobody but how the center play. The dude who taking your spot, you're going to watch him and you're going to tell me what he did right, what he did wrong, and we're going to talk about it all game long. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Drew Kendall played really, really good. And this is his 2nd year. 2nd year? Come on, bro. Come on. All right. Jeremiah Trotter. Jeremiah Trotter was really solid. Now, if you look at the stat lines and stuff like that, you might say that Jahai Campbell was the best linebacker because of the stat lines. Yada, yada. If you watch that game, Jeremiah Trotter was on a tear. And he normally plays very silent. Like he plays good coverage, you know, so good that people just don't throw his way. When he's downhill, making a tackle, solid tackles. He ain't blowing nobody up. So he had a one-on-one with the running back, and he just did a little finesse move to get past him on the blitz. Now it ain't the Kobe Dean bull rush somebody over dominant. It ain't that. But if you were watching the game, you knew how important Jeremiah Trotter was in this game. You know, as far as that second team run defense, that junk was good. That second team run defense was nice, partly due to Jeremiah Trotter. So, I'm giving Jeremiah Trotter his flowers right now, and so is Jahai Campbell.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dog, man. Like, a lot of people don't, like, I don't know. I feel like Trot is like at the end of the day, like, if anybody wants to go down, everybody can trust Trot, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, just the way he prepares, just the way, you know, even coming in, like, I learned, you know, different things from Trotter, and, you know, just understanding, you know, football schemes and aspects and things like that. But he's a dog, man.
Yeah. All right. So, look, Hugh Douglas is throwing his name out there for coaches. And what we need coaches at? Like, people that got fired, you know, before they even got to the locker room. He decided to call an organization. This is who we called.
I think I'm starting to receive a higher calling here, right?
Okay.
So, you know, with all of the stuff that has transpired over the last couple hours, like 24 hours, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to throw my hat in the ring for one of these coaching jobs. And the one that I have my eyes set on, and I've been making some phone calls about it. I haven't got any phone calls back yet, though, but I've been calling a lot of people. I'm gonna shoot my shot for the Atlanta job. You know, I reached out to Mr. Blank, and, you know, I haven't received a phone call yet, but I've went through the back channels to see if I can get that interview for that Atlanta Falcons job. And one of my first orders of business is when I decide to do this is I'm taking Ike Reese with me.
The Atlanta Falcons. Hey, he's an old school boy, man. Now, Raheem Mostert, y'all might go, oh, Raheem Mostert. Hugh Douglas ain't finna have no losing, bro. Like, you just sitting there doing stupid stuff to lose. He not having that junk. I would love to see Hugh Douglas go out there and coach a team, man, and kind of bring a team back, man. I think the Falcons should really consider him because he's gonna bring defense. The defense for the Falcons is pretty good. It's just gonna be the offense. He understands that he got to get somebody on that side of the ball because he knows defense. He knows football, but he knows defense. So I can see Hugh Douglas kind of bringing a grit about that team that they might need right now. So I hope he get the job, man. All right. The last topic. No, not the last topic. Next to the last topic. KP calling these plays, man. I'm going to let y'all see the video, then I'll give y'all my thoughts on it.
That play calling was so abysmal in that game yesterday. I was watching it with Ruben Amaro. We were watching the game together. On that play that you referenced, the 3rd and 2 from the 6 and the 4th and 2 from the 6, to throw the ball there when you could have run it, you turn it. I looked at him and I said, they don't want to win this game. My feeling watching that game was they were fine with the 3rd seed because they wanted the 49ers. You never try to, in my opinion, try to pick an opponent over home field advantage. I thought it was disgraceful the way that game was coached from an offensive point because I've been worried about the way it's been coached all year. And yesterday gave me no feeling that anything had been fixed. They could have won that game. Also, I said it 2 weeks ago, Sirianni's decision to go for 2, ticking off Washington, they played super hard yesterday. They wanted that win. They were coming after them. So to me, Sirianni, Petula, they all cost the Eagles the 2 seed, and they could have done it with the backup.
I agree. If we can get two touchdowns and a field goal out of all of these games we're playing, I believe we're good. We're golden. With the defense we got, I think we're golden. We just got to get 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So I do think that we still got a shot at winning the Super Bowl because I don't think there's a lot of teams that can go head on with this defense and produce that many points, especially if we get up early. So, KP next year, I think that's a scratch, man. We've got to get offensive coordinator in here. We really did it to ourselves this year. And this might be the hardest Super Bowl we ever had to win. We played Tom Brady. We played Tom Brady. So playing the starters, everybody's getting on Nick Sirianni about playing the starters. We're in the best case scenario. We get a tune-up game. In the playoffs, we get a tune-up game. We're going to play the 49ers, in which we're probably going to beat. We're going to beat the 49ers, and that can propel us to doing something really great. Cam Jurgens needs time to get right, to make some of these blocks. If he whiff any blocks in this game, it ain't gonna destroy us. He whiff any blocks in that Seattle game, we in some trouble. But if he don't whiff any blocks in this 49ers game, it's trending up. So we got time. This is like another game to get in there. Now, it is win or go home. So we got to put our best foot forward. KP, call your most aggressive plays. You got to call the most aggressive plays because the plays you calling that's conservative, that loses us the game. And we get to go home if we lose. Don't do that to us. You're going to have to move out of Philly. That's all I got, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you don't miss no video. And we out. Let's go Birds.